Hello everyone, this is Ali. Welcome to another episode of RPG Core. In previous episode, we started our debug gizmos script. We finished it, but I mentioned that the interface is mumbo jumbo, and you need to work around to find your way around here. In this episode, we will dive into the wonderful world of custom editors in Inspector. For that, we need a folder called editor somewhere in our project. In my case, it's in, come on, assets, no, not assets here, scripts, sorry, custom editors, RPG editor. You just need a folder exactly called editor with capital E somewhere in your assets folders, and that will work. So first of all, in this folder I will add a new manuscript. I will call it debug gizmos editor. Okay, and as soon as it opens, first of all, we are not inheriting it from model behavior, we are inheriting it from editor. Okay, and that would use using Unity editor. Next, we'll use a custom editor type of debug gizmos. Another thing that I will add is can edit multiple objects. Okay, I'm going with the old system of editors scripting, meaning that I won't use serialized objects because honestly I tried it, but one place in our script we will need access to the game object of the script, and by using system serializable type of variable, I was not able to access the game object itself. So we start with private static. All the variables we will have are private statics. Gizmo types, we call it gizmo type, and honestly if you come back here they are the same as here, all of them. Okay, so I will copy them, I will paste them here, and I will comment them. Okay, we'll see, and I will change the public one to private static on all of them. That's a bit tedious, you know. Okay, now we will have some more. That would be private static boolean, and we call it get external, and I will comment it. Another one will be private, but this time only debug gizmos, we call it target script. Then a private static GUI style, and we call it line, and we instantiate it as null. Then we will have a private constant, and it's integer, we call it big font size equals to 12, and another private, private constant int, and we call it small font size equals to 10, and another one is private game object, and we call it game object. Okay. Now, in private variables, we will not use any of these. The one we will use is private void on enable, and here we will say target script equals to target as debug gizmos. Okay. Then we will say game object equals to target script dot game object. Then we will add a method called get values, and we will add it. It will be void, and I will have another private method, and this is set values. Okay. Another one method that is public is public override void. Will you work for me? On inspector GUI. Okay. And if we save it now and back to Unity, we will lose everything here. After it's being compiled, nothing will show in this inspector now. Come on. There we go. So you see, we say multi-object editing not supported. Why not supported? Anyway, but nothing is in here. So we start adding stuff one after another. Okay. But before anything else, we say string emp as empty equals to string dot empty. Then we say line equals to new GUI style, and the style we want is box. Okay, with this type of B. Then we say line dot border dot top equals to line dot border dot bottom equals to 1. We are defining our style. So line dot margin dot top equals to line dot margin dot bottom equals to 1. Then we say line dot padding dot top equals to line dot padding dot bottom and equals to 1. Okay, now we use that get value method we defined, and we say target script dot update. Okay, and of course it needs our update method in debug gizmos to become a, where is it, public one. So I will cut it from here. I will move it into public methods. Okay. So first we are calling the update method. Then we are going to do stuff here. First of all, we say GUI.skin.label .alignment equals to text anchor .middle center. Then we say GUI skin .label .font style equals to font style .normal. Then we say GUI skin .label .font size equals to our big font size constant. Then we say GUI layout .label, and we say gizmo type, and we add to it our game object .name. Okay, just by doing that we now get a name here. So this is cliff trigger. We should see that it says gizmo type colon cliff trigger. And why are not multi-object editing supported? I'm not sure. Come on, what's the problem there? Huh? It didn't show anything. I think I need to select it. Yeah. Okay, gizmo type cliff trigger. Okay. Now you notice, unless I deselect and then select back, I don't see this thing being updated. At the end of everything in here, we will say GUI layout utility dot set. Was it? Okay, wrong call. It's editor utility dot set dirty, and we call it target. Okay, by doing this, every frame we are calling the inspector GUI, and we say, hey, refresh your painting and refresh everything there. Now we start. We say GUI layout dot begin horizontal. Okay, and in horizontal we say gizmo types equals to the type of gizmo. So gizmo types, again, we are casting it editor GUI layout dot enum layout, not utility, dot enum pop-up gizmo types. Okay, gizmo type. Come on. Gizmo type. What the hell? Oh yeah. Okay, so we need to uncomment. This guy is with less. Okay, it's with capital G. Okay, so we are painting our first attribute on the inspector. It's enum, so we use editor GUI layout.enum popup, and we cast it as gizmo types. We put it at gizmo type and gizmo type. Okay, and if we go back into Unity, now we should see down here an enum without any label, and that's it. So it's box, sphere, circle, arrows, blah blah blah. The next one is behavior. So we change the name to behavior, and we use this guy, and we uncomment it. Okay, so the same line will be used, but here we say behavior. We cast it as point behaviors, and we say behavior equal to that. Okay, and if I go back now, you will see these two enums side by side instead of the old way of drawing them below each other. Come on, as we see. Okay, and we are going back and forth between the script and the inspector every time we add something, because honestly that's a good way of doing it. So every time we have a GUI layout begin horizontal, we will have GUI layout end horizontal, and these two brackets are meaningless. Just it's there for me to see, okay, between the begin horizontal and end horizontal, I'm doing these on a single line. Okay, then we say GUI layout dot space 3 pixels. Then we say GUI layout dot box with GUI content dot none. So we have nothing in the box with the style of line. Then we say GUI layout dot expand width as true, and we say GUI layout dot height as 1 pixel. Okay, this alone, these two lines, will draw a single horizontal line in the inspector. That's how you draw lines in the inspector. Okay, with using a custom layout, custom style, and using GUI layout box. Now we start another horizontal, and we end that in the horizontal. Oh, before the horizontal, sorry. We say GUI layout dot label Gizmo settings. Okay, in the horizontal we say editor GUI layout dot label field, and we say selectable, comma, GUI layout dot width of 65 pixels. Then we say point sphere, that we are not uncommented yet, so we go up. The next one is a boolean, and that's point sphere. Okay, so we say point sphere equals to editor GUI layout dot toggle. What we want as variable is again point sphere, comma, GUI layout dot width of 15 pixels, comma, GUI layout dot max width of again 15. So we are restricting it to the 15 pixels, sorry, and GUI layout dot expand width as false. Okay, and we say if point sphere, then we say point sphere radius that we are not uncommented. So we go up, and this is the one that we want. Okay. So we say if point sphere, then we say point sphere radius equals to again editor GUI layout dot slider. We want point sphere radius as variable, and it goes from 0.1 f to 10 f. Okay. By doing these, what we get is first a label and a boolean that we can select, and as we select it, we get the slider, and when we deselect it, we don't see it. Okay, so we are organizing two different variables side by side each other in a meaning way. Meaning way, that's not a word, in a way that makes sense. Okay, so going back, after the end horizontal, we begin another horizontal, and of course we end it. So we end it here. In the next line, this means that, okay, this is the first line, go to the next line. Okay, in the next line, again, we use the same trick here. But we need something else. We call it local, and this is 35 pixels. Then we use the use local matrix. Okay, and we come down, we say use local matrix equals to another toggle of use local matrix. Okay, then we say if use local matrix, we say editor GUI layout dot label field, and we say switched gizmo to local matrix. Okay, and we say comma GUI layout dot expand width to true, and we get this. We say else, we say switch gizmo to world matrix. Okay, and now we can convert the method call to this. So we say GUI layout label field, we check if it's using local, then we use this text. If not, we use this text, and that's a single line of code. So what we get is another boolean here that if we check, it says switched gizmo to local matrix. If we uncheck it, it says switched gizmo to word matrix, and it's set to stretch, so we get this. Okay, these two stay at the same position, but this one is stretched, and I don't like the way it shows, so let me see if we can use GUI skin somewhere. Do we have any label 2 GUI style? Yeah, okay. So before this, we can add this style that is line, and let's see if it fixed. I don't think. Come on. Okay, it shows a box at least now. And yeah, okay, so it's now centered, and I like it. I really like it as a help. Then after all of these, next line. So next line is about our gizmo size. So I'm going up and finding our gizmo size. Then I will come back down, and in this line I will say first a label field. The label field says size, and it's 50 pixels wide. Then we say gizmo size equals to another slider. So editor GUI layout dot slider, and we use gizmo size as variable, and 0.1 f and 10 again. Okay, so we get another slider here without this boolean this time, and it says size. Okay, and we can easily select it here. So after that, we want something else this time. So we say if gizmo type is equal to gizmo type anchor, or and draw volumetrics that we now need to uncomment. Okay, if this, does it draw volumetric? Yeah, no. Okay, I misspelled it. Draw volumetric. If this, or gizmo type, and you should select the one that says gizmo type and shows gizmo types in front. If you choose this one, this is a global variable. Okay, so if gizmo type equals to circle or gizmo type equals to gizmo type sphere. These guys are the ones that uses radius in them, okay? So we are going to show the radius field, and it's exactly like this guy. But instead of size, we say radius, and the radius is again 50 pixels, and we want the radius variable on top. This is why I commented all of them, because as I go forward, I just uncomment one and add this in R&D. This was the way I do it. I commented all, and they said, okay, what is the next variable I want here to be shown in the inspector? Then uncommented it, then came down here at the end, I added it, and etc. and etc. So here we say now radius equals to a slider of radius from 0.1 to 10. Okay, so now we get a radius down here. If let it compile, we won't see it now, okay, because we are box has no slider. Okay, but if I change it to sphere, I get the radius. If I go to circle, I have the radius. If I go to arrows, I don't see this radius. If I go back to circle, I see the radius. And the next one that we had is anchor. Okay, so we get the radius. Anything else, we won't see the radius, because honestly, the text doesn't have the radius to be used. And that's the point of that. And in anchor, of course, we have radius only if we show the volumetrics. Of course, we don't see the volumetrics here now because blah, I don't added it yet. So, like here, we say if gizmo type is equals to circle, we want another thing to be added, and we say GUI layout dot space 3 pixels, and there was that line we draw. We can use it again. It's here, box, and we draw the line, then a label, the label says what you can guess, huh? It says circle settings. Okay, below that we start another horizontal line and we end it, and here we say editor GUI layout, again a label field. This label field says angle, and editor GUI, oh sorry, GUI layout with the width of 50 pixels. Then we go for angle attribute. Now angle is an integer, sorry. For integers we can't use editor GUI layout dot slider, okay? We have to use something else. So first of all, it's angle. Angle equals to editor GUI layout dot int slider. If you go down, you will see it, int slider, and here we use angle. and of course it can't be floats, so we go from 0 to 360 degrees as rotation. After this line, we start another horizontal line. So in the next line, we go for the next attribute, and it's again another integer and its sections. So we use the same code here. So we paste it. We say section, and it's 50 again, and its sections equals to integer slider of value of sections. We go from 3 to 30, and just by doing that, going back to Unity, we are in Anchor, so we don't see the circle parameters. Oh, it went to box. Okay, as I will tell you why we've gone to the box later, but as I go to circle, I get circle settings, and the circle settings will be shown below. Okay, and these are integers. Okay, so next one, we say if gizmo type is equals to box. Okay, if you are going for the box, we will show another line and label, and the label says box settings, and we now open the vector tree size, and we say size. We don't need a horizontal because we are just showing one variable. We say size equals to editor GUI layout dot vector tree field of emp as text. Remember, it was string.empty, and the variable is size. Okay, so going back, what we got, this will jump back to the box, and you will see that, come on, why didn't I get it? Why didn't I get it? It's box, come on. Did you compile correctly? Sometimes it didn't. It doesn't compile correctly. I'm not sure why. No, it's not the case. Come back to box, and we don't see it. Interesting. So where are we adding this? Because I'm dumb. We are checking if we are in circle. Yeah, it should go there. Okay. Now we will see it. And there we go. So if we are in a sphere, we just see the size and radius. If we go to box, you will see box setting and some numbers, and you may notice that some space adds here. This space goes away as we drag and make it bigger. If we added any label, the label will be showing up here and then the size here. Let me show it to you. If instead of the EMP I would use box, for example, a really small text, come on, it would be this, okay? Box and then the variable, the fields, sorry. Now that I'm, by the way, if I drag it, then it would be something like this. Okay, it's ugly. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. That was the reason that I used an empty string here. Let's say that I'm using null. You see that it doesn't accept because it says cast first argument to string. Okay, there we go. String null. Nah. It's equal to string empty. You will see the result. Okay, now this is the problem. We see the empty space on top. We get the variable, and if I drag, again the same ugly view we have. So the best way I found around it is to use empty string there. Okay, and we get the variable on top, the fields on top I mean, then a bit of space down, and if I drag, at least now the fields fill the inspector correctly. And honestly, I prefer inspector like this. Okay. Okay. After box, we have the same stuff like this for direction. Okay. And instead of box setting, we say direction settings. And of course, instead of size, now we use, where is it? Direction. Okay. So instead of size, we use direction equals to direction. Okay. I won't go to inspector because it's the same stuff, nothing new here. Then we say, I'll copy this. If it's equals to text, okay, we say text setting. Instead of this guy, we say editor GUI layout dot begin horizontal, and we end the horizontal. This video will be a bit long, you know. Anyway, so here we say first text that we don't have. Okay, so we come up, here is the text, and we need the text color. So going to colors, we say text color. Okay, so we say text equals to editor GUI layout dot text field and the text. Okay, then we say text color equals to editor GUI layout dot color field of empty text and No, sorry, it doesn't accept it. Okay, so for color field we just need the color itself, so text color. And by doing this, what we got is, after compiling, we see okay, if I choose text, you see this. I have a text field that I can type in whatever I want, and text color in front of it. Okay, and I can just use it like any other color picker or anything else like that. Okay, but you may notice as soon as I go back and forth and select it, no, it didn't happen. Okay, if I go back to, not paint, wrong key there. If I go back to script and come back here, or I do any change in here, this will jump back to text. This will be our, again, purple color, and there is a reason for that anyway. Okay, so after our text, we are going to do some stuff. First of all, we don't have any if condition here. Okay, we do this. And we show another label. The label will be extras. Okay? Extra gizmos. And we say if game object dot get component, if we have camera on it, okay, or game object dot collider does not equal to null, and something that I forgot in R&D, and or sorry, game object dot get component mesh filter is not null. Yeah, what I'm doing. Okay. And to be honest, okay, whatever. Let's say GUI layout dot begin horizontal, and of course we'll use the end horizontal at the end. And here we say if game object dot collider does not equal to null, or again game object dot get component of mesh filter is not null. If any of these two conditions, then we say, where is our label field? I want to do a copy paste, you know, there we go. Then we say a GUI layout label field draw bounds, and it's 80, and we say GUI layout dot expand width true. Okay, and we say oh wait, we need to uncheck uncomment, sorry, draw bounds and draw camera, because we are using it in a few seconds. Okay, we say draw bounds, where is it, draw bounds equals to editor GUI layout dot toggle. The value we need is draw bounds, and we say comma GUI layout dot width of 15, and then we say GUI layout max width of 15, and GUI layout dot expand width of true this time. Okay, if we have any of these two conditions. Now another one, we say if game object dot get component, this time we are looking for camera. If you have the camera, we say draw camera, and here we say draw camera equals to another toggle of draw camera. Okay, so what we get is, remember, cliff trigger has box collider. So we see extra gizmos draw bounds. The reason I set this guy to expand white, because that sometimes we will have only one of these two, and that is the bounds or the camera. Now in previous episode I forgot to show you the anchors on the camera, or I should say frustum on the camera, frustum gizmo. Okay, so this is our camera. Black screen, black screen. Gosh, if I find something that is causing this black screen. Okay, so this is our camera. Remove this guy, and we add our debug gizmos. First things you notice. Okay, agree, no problem. First things you notice, I get draw camera. Now if I add, for example, a box collider to this guy, you will see that I get box bounding too. Okay, and if I remove it, we will get only draw camera. If I check the draw camera, of course nothing will happen here now, but if on the debug gizmos I change come on, where is it, draw camera equals to true, you will see the camera gizmo. Okay, what is this error? I don't know. Come on. Come on, why are not you showing anyway? Camera, debug gizmos, local. This shouldn't be any problem. Something interesting. Why don't I see the gizmo here now? Did that save this guy? Draw camera equals true. Debug.draw line, execute in edit mode, so I should see it anyway. Okay, if I change it to gizmos.color, equals outline, and I change it to gizmos that draw line. Gizmos that draw line. Of course, I don't have these guys anymore. This is again with outline. So we say yoo-hoo, gizmos that draw line. Then we say color equals to gizmo line, and here we say it again, gizmos draw line, removing this guy. Nothing should be changed. We have draw camera equals true, we have the camera component. This is interesting. It's not a problem now. Hey, what's wrong here? What is your problem, dude? What is your problem? None. That shouldn't change anything. Let's see if we call the stuff here. So we say debug log whatever. Going back here, going back to console. After the compile, I should see some debug messages. No? Okay. This is interesting. The switch case is being ended here. Draw bounds. Okay. And we say if we have draw camera and get component camera, we say not here in update, we say debug log draw camera. So we check the log here. Of course I will see yes everywhere. False, false, false. Okay. Player enabled. Come on. And player short enabled. Remove. That should, yeah, that's the case. Okay, close it. Close. Enabled. Okay. There we go. Okay. And let's mean we don't want you, so we only should have the trigger on camera now. Clear, false, and two things are sending false, and we don't get true here. We don't get any true. Okay, that's the point. We don't get true at all. Draw cameras. We set it to true. Where do we change it to false again? Do we change it to false at all? No. Okay. So we remove this guy. But that's the only thing that is calling the message now. Debug gizmos. Oh yeah, now okay, I got what's wrong. Okay, what was wrong, you may ask? Well, when you add the script at first time, let me remove these debugs, they are making me nuts. When you add your script the very first time, it caches the values. Okay, if I change the value on run after I had the come on compile, if I cache the value after I change the after I added the script, if I change the values, nothing will happen, of course. So now if I deselect the camera, this is the gizmo. Okay, this is the camera gizmo, and I don't see the final lines here. Anyway, let's go back to code. Something is wrong here. Okay, so let's go back. And okay. So back to the original code. And we don't see any change here. Did I make something wrong? Main camera. Did I see two lines here now. This is interesting. It shouldn't be the case, because only one copy of this stuff is here. I may wait, I'll pause the video. Okay, here's the bug. Near corner? Okay. So this is the far corner to far corner. Let's see. Compile, please. Okay, one line went off and we got the frustum. Now, the nice thing about these calculations about the camera is that every other daemon camera gizmo that I saw had problems when you do this, when you stretch your camera. Okay, these boundings had offsets everywhere. It didn't calculate properly if you change the resolution now to free aspect. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so every time I saw another type of calculations about the frustum of the camera, the boundings had some offset, but this is the proper way of calculating the points of the camera and then drawing it. Anyway, now back to our editor script. So we added the draw binding, we added the draw camera. As you see here, I just have draw camera, but it does nothing. Any of these values does not work yet. Okay? So after the draw camera, in the script, when we end the horizontal, we want another line. Okay. Control V. No, Control Z. Okay. Come on, work, my fingers, work. There we go. And when we draw the binds, when we draw the cameras, we are going to add another label. The label will be what I'm doing. The label will be Gizmo icon. So Gizmo icon, and we start another horizontal. And of course we end it. In here we will want another text field, but here I need to uncomment some things. First is our icon string, and then another vector tree that says icon offset, and another boolean that draw texture. Okay, here we say editor GUI layout dot label field. The field says icon, comma, GUI layout white, layout dot white, or width of 30. Then we say draw texture equals to editor GUI layout dot toggle draw texture, and it's the same code as this guy. The rest is the same. C, Control V, and this is draw texture. Okay. Then we say if draw texture, then we say icon equals to editor GUI layout. Come on, editor GUI layout dot text field of icon. Okay, then we end the horizontal, we add another line, and we say if we are drawing the texture, then we want icon offset to be equal to editor GUI layout dot vector tree field of empty string and icon offset as our variable. Then we will use the same code for space and line. Okay, and let's take a look at what we had till now. So in extra gizmos, we still have the icons. Remember, icon is as extra gizmo here. Okay, no, okay, it's gizmo icon. Okay, so if I uncheck icon, nothing will be shown. If I check it, then we have the name and the offset. Back to the code. We want another label. At the end here, this label says colors, or I should say gizmo colors. Now, here we say GUI.skin.label font size equals to our small font size, and then we add another label. It says outline line extra, and we change back the size to its original big font size, big font size. Then we say GUI layout dot begin horizontal, and at the end GUI layout dot end horizontal. In here we say outline. Oh, we need to uncomment our colors now. So outline gizmo line extra, and you say outline equals to editor GUI layout dot color field of outline, semicolon. Then we copy and paste it 2 more times. This is gizmo line equals to gizmo line, and then we say extra. Now, something that I didn't have in R&D, and that is, you want this guy. I will move. I'm changing the R&D code on the fly. I'll move it here. You say if behavior, oh, come on, behavior equals to anchor and that's it. Then we say text color equals to editor GUI layout dot color field of text color. Okay. and we should say and gizmo type does not equal to text. Okay, what I'm doing is adding another color at the end. So let's take a look at what we have. Remember, this camera is just box and non-behavior. So we get these three colors as outline, line, and extra. If I go back to anchor, we get this extra line here that I don't like how it shows. But if I go back to text, we will not have that, and we will have it here. Okay. So, Kesari, lots of, haha. So, yeah, I play Call of Roma. I will make some videos about it later. So, I will move this line, Control X, to this line. And I will say, wait. I will say string tm equals to this line. Okay. Then we say if, same thing here. If the behavior is that, then tm plus equals to a space, and we say that to the directing, or whatever you want to name it anyway, and this is tm, not tmp, and here we say tm. Okay. So what we get is the the change of this line and the colors here if I go back from text to anything else and I have the behavior of anchor. So if I behave like anchor, we say outline, line, extra, directing. If I go to text, we get outline, line, extra, and text color here. Okay, even though I'm using anchor here. So, and this is none, please, and none. Anyway, let's go back to our code. Okay, now we are going for volumetrics, and of course I forgot something here. After showing the label, we want to be big font. After this, I moved it here. Okay. After this, I will go to another if condition. We say if gizmo types equal to anchor or box or sphere. If we are in one of these conditions, then we are going to draw one more thing, or draw boundings. Okay, if any of these, no, then we are going to show the volumetric color, and then we say again small font, small font, with a label that says volumetric settings. Okay, and we change back it to big font. Lots of copy paste when you reach to this point of the custom editors. Then we say GUI layout that begin horizontal and GUI layout that end horizontal. In here we say editor GUI layout dot label field. We say volumetric. They spelled yeah, volumetric, comma GUI layout width of 70 pixels, and we go with another toggle. And this time we need draw volumetric. So we need the color, and we have the draw volumetric anyway. So coming down, we say this is draw volumetric equals to draw volumetric. If we have draw volumetric, then we say volumetric as the color equals to another editor GUI layout dot color field of volumetric. Okay. Then we are going to draw another line. And we say another label. Here we say get values from external source. And let's see what we have here. Up until now, I should see the volumetric setting, volumetric, okay, and get values from external source. If I make it less, okay, it fits nicely. Now the code that I'm going to add is pretty much repetitive. So we say GUI layout dot begin horizontal, GUI layout dot end horizontal. Here we say if gizmo type equals to anchor and draw volumetric, or gizmo type equals to circle. Guess what I'm going to add? Or gizmo type equals to sphere. If any of them, we will say editor GUI layout dot label field radius, comma GUI layout dot width of 50, comma GUI layout dot expand width as true. Then we will go and get another toggle. The toggle we want is, of course, external radius. So we say external radius equals to get external radius. Now we'll copy all this code, and the condition changes. So we say if gizmos equals to circle, then what we want is angle as extra. Then we get external angle, external size. These guys will be coming next, so I will go and uncomment them all. And get external, I don't think I'm using it anywhere here. Do I use it anywhere here? No, so I'm deleting this guy. Okay, and this is redundant, so we remove it. Okay, going down, we say get external angle equals to get external angle. All this code. After circle, we go for the box. This is size, and this is external size equals to get external size. Then after the box, we get the direction. This is direction. This is direction. After the direction, we get the text. Text and text. And by that, we finished everything about our GUI. Okay? Here we say if GUI dot changed. If GUI dot changed, then first we want to set it as dirty, and then we say set value, and we are done. Now here, the magic of connecting our script to our inspector. First, get values. Remember, get values happen when our script being enabled. So we say pointSphere equals to target script dot pointSphere. Okay. Then we say pointSphere radius equals to target script. Let me select this guy. Dot pointSphere radius. Then we say gizmo types equals to target script dot gizmo type. Next we say behavior equals to dot behavior, or point behavior this time. Then we say gizmo size equals to target script dot gizmo size. Then we say radius equals to targetScript.radius. Then we say angle equals to targetScript.angle. Animation.angle. Then we say sections equals to targetScript.sections. Then we say draw bindings. Equals to targetScript.draw bounds or boundings. Then we say next one, draw cameras equals to targetScript.draw cameras. Then we say draw texture equals to targetScript.draw texture. Then we say icon equals to targetScript.icon. Then we say icon offset equals to targetScript.icon offset. Then we say outline equals to targetScript.outline. Then we say gizmo line equals to targetScript.gizmo line. Then we say extra equals to targetScript.extra. Then we say draw volumetric equals to targetScript.draw volumetric. Then we say volumetric itself equals to targetScript.volumetric. Then we say size equals to targetScript.size. Direction equals to targetScript.direction. What else do we have? Get external angle equals to targetScript.get external angle. Then get external direction equals to targetScript.get external direction. Then get external radius equals to targetScript.get external radius. Then get external size equals to targetScript.get external size. And get external text equals to targetScript.get external text. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And at the end we say use local matrix equals to targetScript use local matrix. Now what we are doing is at the enabled function we are assigning these static numbers and variables to the corresponding one on the targetScript. Of course, you guess in set values we revert it. So Control C, Control V, home. So pointersphere. We say targetScript.pointersphere equals to pointersphere. Because now we are setting the variables. Equals to pointersphere radius equals to gizmo type equals to behavior gizmo size equals to gizmo size radius equals to radius angle equals to angle sections equals to sections draw boundings equals to draw boundings. Draw camera equals to draw camera. Draw texture equals to draw texture. Icon itself equals to icon. Icon offset equals to icon offset. Outline equals to outline. Gizmo line equals to gizmo line. Extras equals to extra. Draw volumetric equals to draw volumetric. Volumetric equals to volumetric. Now, the size equals to size. Direction equals to direction. External angle equals to get external angle. External direction equals to get external direction. Radius equals to get external radius. External size, get external size. Text equals to external text. And finally, use local matrix equals to, use local matrix. And by this, we finished uninspected GUI. So we don't have anything to do with that. Unenabled get values and set values. Okay? But you may notice that up until now, I didn't do anything about direction or text. Not in Debug Gizmo itself, not in Debug Gizmo editor. Now, we want a private method called private void on scene GUI. In here we say if gizmos types equals to direction, we will draw the direction. We say else if gizmo type equals to text, we will draw the text. But this episode is long enough and I want to do a bit of R&D here because wait a minute. Let's make this guy first. We say handles dot arrows cap. We need to give this an ID. We say 0, comma. For the position we say game object dot transform dot position. Then we get a rotation. We say quaternion dot look rotation, the direction we get. And finally, we are asking for the size that we say gizmo size. Okay? Let's see if that works. for something like, let's make a game object, an empty game object, and add our debug gizmo. We go for the direction, and you may notice that in here we got an arrow. Okay, so we got the arrow. Let me move it up somewhere around here. And yeah, so you may notice that if I'm not using the W, come on, I'm moving. Okay, where it is? Okay, sorry, Q. Okay, so we got the arrow. If we change the direction, for example, toward the Y, oh, it jumps. Okay, it doesn't work like this. But if I start to use the X, okay, it's working now. If I change the Z, it is going there. So quaternion.lookat, if we only have one variable, it will be positive Y, positive or negative direction. That's all. No matter the size, no matter the direction. Okay, amount. But if you have two values, so for example, for X, it's the same. Okay. For the Z, it's the same. So if you are using the single variable, we are just using the positive or negative direction. But if we go for, let me go into 3D view now. Okay, if we are now changing the variable, now we get something, and now we are getting the Y, and we can point it toward the Z or X or any other direction. Okay, so this is quaternion lookat. I'm not sure if I can find another way. Oh, by the way, one problem with unseen gizmos, unseen GUI, and this way of handle that arrow cap is that if you deselect the object, you won't see the gizmo. So that was a reason I didn't like it, and I was not going to show it to you. Come on, work. Okay, that was a reason I was not going to show it to you, and you may notice that you know, the scene is a bit stuttering. If I move it back to sphere, the scene is working now. So I'm not sure why it's a bit stuttering there. Anyway, do we have anything more to show you to you guys? Yeah. Let's take a look at my main camera. Now I can change the colors, and the colors will represent themselves, and it will work. And now they are corresponding to my script. Okay, so for example, if I change the sphere to utility anchor, it will show correctly now. Okay, anyway, now I can go for box, and of course the size of the box is 0, so I can say 1, 1, and 1, and I will get a box, for example. And I go to sphere, and I have size, I have radius, blah blah blah. I can change the color, and it represents nicely on our interface anymore, and everything is working. One thing that I noticed is that even though I set the script editor, come on, what are you waiting for, to can edit multiple objects. Okay, even though I done it, if I change it to circle, for example, you see it's not changed. This guy is changed, this guy is not changed. I'm not sure why. Honestly, I didn't find why it's not following my orders as, yeah, enemy spawn. Okay, interesting. Not sphere. Okay, circle. I'm not sure why multi-editing is not working this way. I know that if I could find a way to use the system serialized attributes, it would work. By the way, if you close one of them, then you will see nothing, okay? I'm not sure why. The problem with system serialized is that if I say, for example, target a script, let's say I have a private static OB, not OB, serializable, serialized object OB, okay, and if I go to unenabled, if I say OB equals to new serialized object, or you should say target, we cast it as target, sorry. We cast it as target and we say new, no, new serialized object of type target, okay? So we have the OB, but if I say game object equals to OB dot, come on, there is no way of me finding the game object of the serialized object. And that's the problem, because if I can't find the game object and I can't get my access on checking the components, let me nuke it. Don't need it anyway. If you come down to uninspector GUI, my main problem with this way is here, extra gizmos. When I'm checking the camera, the collider, the mesh filter, and another problem rises when I want to get my transform position here in the unseen GUI. I had no way, I couldn't find a way to find the game object of a system serialized object. If any one of you know how, please send me a comment or a PM on the YouTube channel so that I will get access there. And I noticed if I use system serialized objects and fields, multiple editing will work for sure, but this way it's not working, even though I'm setting it can edit multiple objects here. Okay, let me see if I come on. Okay, if I add it on top, will it change anything? I don't think so. Anyway, let's change both of them to circle And you see, yeah, just one of them is changing. God damn it. God damn it. Look, rotation viewing vector is 0. Okay. I need to add something here. And I say and direction does not equals to vector3 dot 0. So I don't get that debug message anyway. Okay. And now if I change it to direction, I shouldn't get any problem, any array, anything but 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Okay. And it's a 3D. You should see that better now. Yeah, it's 0.5 there, 0.5 this way, 0.5 this way. Okay. So we finished our custom inspector for our different game objects. And as you see, now we get the value, because if you recall, we didn't get the value. I can tweak everything here now. Hope you liked this near 2 hours episode on custom inspector. And I will come back to these two as text and direction later if I find a way of using draw gizmos to draw the direction. The text is just a label on the scene GUI, and I'm not sure if we have it in handles. It shouldn't be here. Where was it? I don't recall. Yeah, label. Here we go. So we can say, for example, game object dot transform position, and the text we want is the text. Okay. So if I move it here and move there, if we change it to text, and for the text you say hello, and you get it. Okay. And of course you can add another offset here as a variable and move it up. But you see it's working. And yep, no matter what, you see that text there. 7 minutes. Let's add it. So Control C, Control V, we call it as text offset. And you recall we don't have any variable like this inside the main debug gizmo. Come on, debug gizmo script. Mind frozen. Where is the text itself? Text setting. After the end, we can add another. We say text offset equals to editor GUI layout dot vector3 field as text offset, and we need a string on in front, so emp and text offset. And here when we are showing this, we say plus text offset. Okay. So now if we go back, it will go up. Okay, let's try it. And I will change it to player spawner, so I will get this guy, because this is the place of our text. You see, yeah, it's working anyway. It's 0 and higher up, and I can draw another line from here to there. If I go back, now I need to add them into Debug Gizmo, top, Control C. It's not important when I add it here or anywhere else anymore. It says text offset. We come down when we are doing the text, and texture, where were you? We need this guy. These two lines, actually. In draw text, you say if text itself, if string is null or empty, and we check if it's not null or empty text, and text offset does not equal to vector3.0, then we do this, and it's from transform position from here to text offset. Now going back here, come on, 3 minutes in get value and set value, icon offset, copy it, we say text offset. Text offset. Okay. Now if I go back, we should see a line drawn here too. Huh? Line 313, yeah, that's the wrong key there. Okay. The error is gone. On this guy, the text is now try it, and I don't see the line being drawn. Why it's not being drawn? Debug Gizmo. So string is not null or empty. Text offset is not 0. So gizmos.draw line from position to position plus text offset. Okay. Why don't I see the line on? Here is a problem. Try it. We are not setting back. Here, set value text offset equals text offset. And we are not setting back text, huh? Oh yeah, we are not setting back text. Okay, we say text equals target script text. That was the point. And here we say target script text equals to text. So we were setting it in the inspector editor and we would see it here, but we wouldn't see it in, yeah, here we go. Try it. And it's the starting point. It's not centered, as you see. I will work to make it centered anyway later, not now. And the color here I'm using where was it? So Control Z, Control 3, but outline not. It's text color. Did we have something like that? I think so. Yeah, text color. And finally 2 hours. Bravo, boy, bravo. Okay. And Control S. So here we go. It should be now magenta. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, magenta. Okay. Now, as you see, my color is not following this color. I'm not sure if I can choose the color here. No. Handles dot color. Yeah, we have it. Equals text color. And of course, we will use color tmp equals to handles dot color. At the end, we say handles dot color equals tmp. And now our text should be shown with this color. Come on. Didn't you save or didn't you compile? Which one? Compile? Yeah, it's compiling, but it's not using the color. Huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Text color equals to target script dot text color, and we say target script dot text color equals to text color. I hope. Yeah, that's the only time we are using it here, and this is the only time. Okay. So it should jump back, yeah. And if I change it, this is working. This is not working. Why it's not working? Handles.color equals text color. Handles.label, handles.color. Let me pause video. Okay, for some interesting reason, this won't work. Unity sometimes tend to make things a bit hard. So we say GUI style, text style equals to new GUI style. Then we say text style dot normal dot text color equals to text color, and here we use the style. Okay, and now it should show itself. Yep, and by using that, I'm wondering if I can say text style dot normal dot background text color. No, what do we have? Dot let me go back up because I had it somewhere. It's GUI style of box. No. GUI that is scan that label. Okay, let's use this. Box. Then we say dot line height, no, image position, over, font style, font size, font dot dynamic font name, height, material, texture, no, not font dot alignment equals to middle center. What do we get? It should become a box first, yeah, and it's not centered, sir. It's not centered. And if I remove the box from here, yeah, it's not centered anyway. Even though that I'm saying it's center. Center it please, I mean. Middle center. Let's see the box first. Even the box is not middle center. Why? No, not you. Ow, ow, ow. You and you. And it's not undoable. That's another side effect of not having system serialized objects. Try it later. Whatever, try it. Oh. Even though I'm saying it's... Oh, by the way, I won't see the name again. Okay. I have this Unity page, you know, that I'm reading now. It's a class draw. Okay. It defines a style on camera command, word to screen point, child at position, blah blah blah. It's again handles. Okay. It is interesting. Let's get this guy. Let's paste it on our helper class. I'm not sure. No, not shouldn't be there. It should be, yeah, somewhere here, like. Okay, on cam X, what's the is expected, huh? What the hell? Invert on no. If okay. Something's wrong here. Wow, what's these conditions? What is between these conditions? Wow, this is the first time I'm seeing something like that. You see? Nothing's there. Is it even possible? And this should be ants, okay? Let's try ants first. And god damn it. There we go. Now in handles he uses something like this. What is this? Transform child, float, distance, color C. Okay, trying it here. We say game object dot transform, and we say 5, not 500. What do we get? Hopefully no error. And again, nothing. This is interesting. What are you doing then? Adult name style. I sampled raw red text only inside 500 units from camera. Oh. Make it 5,000. Whatever. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So if I don't, oh, that's the whole point. I want it to be played if I'm inside. If I'm not selected it, yeah. Okay, let's see if I remove this guy from here, move it from here to here. Will it work on draw text? It won't work, of course, because it's this guy, Control X, and this shouldn't work either because now we will get error on handles. No, okay. No, okay. Nice. Yeah, null reflector object. What? 272. And we say transform. Same problem again. Okay, debug gizmo 272. Camera.current.word to screen point child.position. Of course, this won't work because this is some sort of editor. Utility. So I will cut it here, I will paste it here. I will say, public static, maybe. And it shouldn't go from mono behavior now. Remove inheritance, no, sorry. This won't work. Because now I don't have access here now. Yeah. This dot won't work. Editor dot, it won't work. Yeah. Yahoo! Okay. So it's not working. I'm not sure why these guys are thanking him. The fact that the object must be selected for handles to work always hindered my debugging. Can't thank you enough. I'm going to hold on to this script for a while. Which script? This script, it says. Oh! Oh! interesting. Oh, go to hell. Let me see. So this is game object transform position, vector to position, utility word to position, and this is plus text offset. No, we don't need this. We want text itself and with the style. And here we say text color. There we go. Going back to Unity. We shouldn't see any errors. Okay. And again, we don't get it. But now, these guys, handles.ngui, we are using GUI label. We're not using handles. Anyway, we can cut this guy. We can go to where we are going to play the text. No. It should be here. Because it's unseen GUI anyway. Unseen GUI, yeah. Ha. Okay, anyway, well, one thing is the problem yet. Both of them are the same thing. Okay, so I'll just use this guy. Two problems. One, the object should be selected so that I can see the handle name anyway. Second, it's not centered. I will work on that centered later. Anyway, near 2.5 hours, and we have arrows, we have text, at least unseen GUI. I'm not sure how can I use anything else. If I use this code from here to here, not in here, but in here, when I'm going for text, okay? And we only need to remove this guy, and we say it's transform.position plus text offset, and we remove it out of this condition here. Will it work? And of course comment this guy. Compile. Squee, it shouldn't work, yeah. Huh? 377? Why? Oh, yeah. Control S. Compile. Okay. So, yeah. It won't work because it's GUI. It will show itself here somewhere. Yeah. Even now I don't see it in the scene. Anyway, I hate it. GUI that label. Where was that? Before calculating the position from here to here, and interesting, and it won't show. I'm sure it won't show. It's GUI. Wait. Hey. Okay. Wow. What I'm showing is text. Thank you. And this is text color. Finally, something that will show even if I don't select the game object. Yeah. Whew. Okay. We don't need user. So let's take a look at the code. In Debug Gizmo itself, when we are doing the text, we set the new style. I can even use box here now for make it even more interesting. We set the color of normal. We can even what the hell? Yeah. Shift that. Okay, we can even say style dot normal dot back color equals to it's texture. Okay, no. Okay. Okay, we set the color. We begin a GUI but on handles. Then we define a position that is in the word. We get the position for the word to GUI point as a 2D. We start a label on a rect, 100 by 100. That's a bit. Anyway, then we add the text with the style. We end the GUI, and we get this. Of course, now if I say try it, you will see the problem here now. Try it to, you see, to the end of the world, blah blah blah. Okay, you get it something like this. This is not interesting. This is not interesting. Anyway. But, you know, the height of 30 is, note you, the height of 100 is a lot. We can call it 30. We come back, let it compile. Yeah. So if I say try it to the end of the world, then the space, you see, I can't see it anymore. Okay, that's the problem. But even this is better than having it not. Especially if I go into enemy spawner and okay, here I can add another one, and I say it's text, and it is saying enemy. Okay, and I can now move it a bit up like that, even higher. Okay, for the player I can add another one saying that it's text. The color is very sharp, and I will call it player, and yeah, moving it a bit higher like that, and yeah, there we go. You have it. Interesting. Okay, and the good thing is that they are showing themselves even though the texture is not good enough, but yeah, we got it. Okay, only if I could draw the arrows properly now. Anyway, till the next episode, guys, I hope you liked this inspector and the ways you can move them on top of each other. I don't like this. Let me see. Comment. No. Okay, anyway, that's the downside of having gizmos. You need to have the gizmo part opened. Yeah, this should be open every time. But as you can see, I can add multiple of them on top of each other. Also, I can make something like here on top. For this guy, I will say GUI editor GUI layout that begin horizontal, and here I will say this, and I will add a private static, calling it draw. No, draw. Oh, bool. Sorry, bool draw. Okay, itself, and we say draw equals to draw, and we say editor GUI layout dot and editor GUI layout dot end horizontal. Now we say if not draw, we say simply return. There we go. And we should get a checkbox here near this guy, and as you see, we don't see them, but the GUI is drawing, and we say, hey, I want to edit this guy, and god damn it, every one of them are now drawn. Huh. Oh well, we'll work on that. That's because it's static? Maybe? If it's not static, then I'm screwed. And I know why I'm screwed, because if I select this guy, if I go back and come back, and yeah, I need to draw it again. Oh well, that's one way of doing it. Anyway, so static full draw equals this. You say if not draw, then return. Okay, that's acceptable, because these objects are drawn on the same inspector anyway. But you can say, hey, I don't want to see them. But this will shorten the inspector a lot. Anyway, have fun everybody. See you in next episode. Bye bye.